Hey, what's going on, the Man Mindset family? What's up? It's your boy, the Dean. Classes in session. This show is being brought to you by themanmindset.com. Make sure you get all your dating needs from there. Lots of free information for you guys. And don't forget that you have the Halloween game already on the website, automatically free. Now, for the members, the Trick or Treat game will be coming out October 1st or 2nd, so make sure you look for that. I got an email today from a guy, and it's a very good question that he asked me. He was like, Steve, I know you always talk about approaching women when you first see them, put your bid in and go ahead and talk to them. Is there ever a time where you kind of chill and wait? Now, I always have the motto, he who waits masturbates, but there are certain situations where you can wait, and I want to talk about that. Matter of fact, talking to one of the guys on the show, I can't tell you his names, I don't put his business out there, but him and I just had a conversation of just the question that you're asking, excuse me. The only time that you sit back, relax, and let me turn on the AC. The only time you sit back and, man, what the fuck? I got someone driving crazy in front of me. The only time you sit back and relax and you don't have to rush anything when it comes to women is when you're going to a place that you know you're going to go to over and over again. For instance, I got a guy that the guy I'm talking about, he goes to this coffee place over and over again, and he ran into this joint. She's about, I say, maybe 24, 25 years old. And the thing that's so beautiful about it is that sometimes you don't have to rush pulling women. You can really, what we call boiling frog or slow cook it, where you don't have to sit around and go ahead and make the move. You can stand on certain principles to be laid back and chill. Now, in these situations here, like he did, now he went to the coffee shop to sit and chill and everything. He kept running into the same waitress. And little by little, because he knew he was going back. Now, I want this to work for you when you quote unquote keep going back to the same place. If you're going back to the same place, there's no reason to rush it. But what I love that what he did, and something I want you guys to do, that I instruct you guys to do, is really start a conversation with someone that you want to get at, the waitress or whatever, the one that's serving or whatever the fuck it was. And so what he was doing was he was just chopping it up with her for this is like probably a few weeks. He didn't even rush this thing. Matter of fact, he did a smooth ass move. He brought a bitch to the motherfucking coffee shop one time, kind of threw things off on her, which he told him later on, but we'll get back to that in a second. But all you gotta do is when you get to a place where you know you're going to all over it again, first thing you gotta do is greet her and introduce yourself. Always start with the introduction, like we always say. Now, you don't have to tell her the reason why you came. You don't have to tell her what your intentions are. At this point, you get her name, get the order, and then when she comes back, light conversation with her. Light conversation classes with her where you don't have to talk about relationships and things like that. Because the thing that happened to him that will happen to a lot of you guys is that when women are dealing with 98% of the guys out there who don't know what to do with women, what happens is you become more intriguing to her through just regular conversations. You don't have to be flirty and all that other stuff. You just got to act like you've been there before. So, and he didn't go every day, but every time he went, he made sure he got the same waitress. And every time her smile got a little bit bigger and she was a little bit more excited to see him. Until he knew when it's time to bite her neck and take her up the tree. Remember, it took him about 2 weeks. It was during the second week, not the first week. Sometime in the second week, because he took a few days off and shit, he went there. And he got when she came in, she was real happy to see him. And she's like, well, where you been, stranger? Ah, okay. All right, that's what's up. So from that point, then they started talking a little bit more. Now, what was cool about this, now I can't really give all this out, but what was cool about him is that he has a life. He's got shit that he does. And, through the conversation, she started to realize what he do. And, he did mention that he does run the show with us and all the other stuff. But what she did was she Googled him and found his number. Look, he didn't even give his number to the chick. She found his number and got with him. But what I'm saying for you guys out there is that this might not happen to you. But so if it doesn't happen this way, what I want you guys to do is I want you to go ahead and keep the conversation going. You don't have to rush it. Make it smooth. Now look, there's a difference between being thirsty, needy, and not knowing what to talk, and a little bit of light banter where you trigger her, not only her curiosity, but you also trigger the attention. Not the attraction, but the attention. Because a lot of beautiful women, especially this one, because I saw the photos, damn, beautiful body, ass, flat stuff, just fucking badass. Women like that, you have to understand. The rule of the game is this. In their environment, they are getting hit on all the time. And what throws them off, what I keep telling you guys, is the one that is cool about having a conversation with her without seeming so thirsty or trying to get at her. What he did was slow cook this because he knew he would keep coming back. Whereas what she was saying to him, this is coming from her mouth, and he's telling me, is that she's used to guys going ahead and hit, let me get a cup of this or let me get this. Oh yeah, let me get your number. Hey, what's going on, sexy? Let me go and get your number. I mean, that's what she's used to. So it kind of intrigued her, kind of threw her off a little bit that he sat there and he was just chopping it up with her, man. All he was doing was just talking, man. And it wasn't really like, what do you do for a living? It was really a lot. Like I always show, we talked about before, it was a great tennis match. They were going back and forth. It was a great tennis match. And what was great about it was he was controlling the board the whole motherfucking time, which was dope. But that's what we want you guys to do. So whenever you get in a situation where you meet a woman and it is a place you're always going to go to, there is no need to go ahead and bite her neck and take her up the tree. Now, don't get me wrong, as king, you can do whatever you want. If you want to bite her neck and take her up the tree, go ahead. But as many women as you should have those, and it always goes back to nature. When you look at nature, sometimes when the lions catch the little deer or the baby, whatever the fuck, they catch it and then they let it go just to let it think it's getting away, then catch it again. So what I'm saying to you guys is that you need to take those opportunities and those moments to have a little bit of fun. You don't have to rush it every time, man. Oh, you don't have to do that every time. You just go ahead and start talking to her. Go ahead and put your bid in little by little. Slow frog this shit. And you don't need to boil and frog it. Y'all know about the boiling frog. You throw the frog in hot water, it'll jump right out. But if you put it in warm water, you turn the heat up, it'll cook. So what I'm saying is you want to slow cook this, man. Sometimes you've got to learn range. And there's something that we talk about a little bit about range as far as not just with you and your interaction with women, but just your thought process. And I mean range as in, you know what? Some days don't always go after the women right off the bat, especially the ones that you know. Range meaning take some time, slow cook it. Be playful enough where she knows that, look, I don't want to be your gay best friend. I'm trying to get at you. And that's what my boy did, because you could tell by her saying, what's up, stranger, with a smile and all the other stuff that he was already in. It was just, he likes to do shit on his time, which you should. Everything on your time. And I know this is kind of going long, but I just wanted to say, as far as that email goes, you really want to take your time, slow cook this one, man. Look, there are going to be times where you're going to have to bite the neck and take her up the tree. Absolutely. There are going to definitely be times like that. But there are also going to be times where you're going to go to an establishment or an environment. Maybe it's your favorite restaurant. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something that you like. I don't know what it is. But what I'm saying to you is that it's very important that you don't rush things. Sometimes being laid back in the cut. Like if you go to a nice restaurant and you got a certain waitress, you can call the manager, or when you book your seat, you can always let them know, hey, I want this waitress handling me. So you got options, and fam, you got choices, okay? But that's all I wanted to say, man. And don't forget to check us out on Tuesday, where we chop it up all day, giving y'all nothing but game all day long on 3 shows. Also, man, like, subscribe, share, and do what you got to do. But most important, what we want you guys to do is just take these notes in and learn that you don't have to necessarily bite her neck all the time. Sometimes it's a little bit more fun to slow cook it, to really tease her, not tease her as a manipulation, but tease her in a way that, you know what, I already got her. You know what, you should already go in this. The pussy is mine already. I just got to show her why she should submit it to me. Anyway, if y'all got any questions, y'all can hit me up at themanmindset@gmail.com. Or like I said before, don't forget, go to the Man Mindset. The Halloween game is out for you guys. It's enough time to get everything you need and prepare you for Halloween weekend, okay? We the only guys that's doing that in town. I hope you can soak all this up, man. And we'll talk to you motherfucking later. Peace.